I guess when you go back home, you'll have plenty to talk about our good country.
Certainly got some good photos as well, courtesy of our good man, Matthew Rajaram.
I could imagine he was in his glory yesterday. He had enough good sight to have pictures.
Yeah, it was all in his glee yesterday, Matthew. This is a top shot from the left-hander, Atenes, but he'd have to get only one that deserved more, but the fielder got in the way.
Yes, certainly that shot deserved 4 runs. This is almost similar to what we saw Shanta Paul played early on. The left-handers do look beautiful when they play outside the off stump.
Definitely, and it's really picturesque on the eyes. As I said earlier, we saw a drive from Chanda Paul and went for 4. Shamar Springer, solid in defense as the over comes to an end, and at the end of it, it's 66 for 4.
Yes, West Indies inching closer to that victory target of 81, just 15 runs away on having lost 4 wickets. I'm certain that they would probably want to get those 15 runs without any further loss.
Naeem Hassan, who would have been the second leading wicket taker under Markino Minley in the Test series, is looking to prize out some more wickets here for the Bangladesh A team, this time in the shorter format of the game. That's the one-day format, the 50 over. It's getting a bit of turn, but what he really does well is get bounce, Greg, because of his height.
Yes, certainly he's a tall man.
15 needed for the West Indies team. Looking to cut that one, he did, but finds a fielder at backward point, the Ali Atenes. Atenes is a gem of a player. Threw away his hand in that unofficial test match, the second one, which he had 82. Fell to some mind games from the Bangladesh captain Mohammad Mithun. And Atenes again defending watchfully, and no run.
Well, it had to be a learning curve for him in that last game. Certainly if he finds himself in a similar situation, he would handle it differently.
He's happy to take the single here, Ali Atenes. He moves on to 19, the score 67 for 4. Some subtle field changes here for the Bangladeshis before Shamar Springer faces up to Hassan. Springer, who can hit the ball a long way, but the situation doesn't really warrant anything of that nature. Well defended there to end the 17th over, and at the end of it, it's 68 for 4. Drinks has been called, and we will have a drink as well here in the commentary booth. Atenes is on 19, Springer is on 1. West Indies, they are chasing 81 for victory. You need another 13 in 199 deliveries. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more shortly. Well, we are back here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground, and it's action after the drinks break here in the second innings. West Indies A needing 81 for victory. They are 13 runs shy of that at the moment. They have six wickets in hand in which to do so, and Mohammad Mithun have thrown the ball to Soumya Sarkar, who is no slouch with the ball at all. Greg Wilson, we know his capabilities with the ball. While he's an opening batsman, he bowls some gentle medium pace as well. He's opened the bowling on a number of occasions for the Bangladesh senior team. So this is a man with experience.
Yes, and he certainly would want to see if we could pick up a wicket or two for the Bangladesh team.
Man from Shatkira. This one played back to Mirov and no run. Of course, it's a rarity among Bangladesh all-rounders. This one worked away. You'll find that wide fine leg fielder there, Springer. So he'll have to settle for one. .69 for 4. So as I was saying, it's a rarity among Bangladesh all-rounders, Greg. Top order batter, of course, being Soumya Sarkar, bowling medium pace rather than spin. And as I said, he occasionally even takes the new ball for Bangladesh. So this is something that's rare.
Well, it does show that Sarkar has a bit of versatility in him.
This one goes into the air. He could be out here at an ace. And my oh my, what a beauty! Xhaka Ali Anik. Wow, that is something sensational. Leave that for Superman. And when I say Superman, it's Xhaka Ali Anik.
Yes, good catch indeed. We thought we saw a good one from Tijna and Shandapal early on, but he did have to cover a lot of ground and then went airborne. I held on to this one. A good catch there, good support there for Shaka, and he able to price out another wicket for Bangladesh. So Bangladesh certainly are making a fight of this game. So 5 wickets down for the West Indies team.
Is there a twist in this contest, Greg Wilson?
Well, certainly the Bangladeshis are not going down without a fight, and it is a small total, but they are certainly making a fight out of it.
They are, and I think while they may not be too happy with how the first innings went, and if the result doesn't end in their favor, of course, while they may not be happy with that, if it does end like that, they should be happy with the fight at least that they would have put up.
But today, to be fair, we look at the dismissal of Springer with the delivery, and even the dismissal of Tijna and Shandapal. These were not the best of deliveries. They should have been put away.
Certainly. I think I have to agree with you on that one. So Justin Graves, who has come out to the middle to join Springer. Springer is on strike with the batsman crossed. Of course, the new rule wouldn't be applied until October 31st. The new rule, that is, of course, when the ball is struck in the air and the batsman is put out, whether or not they cross, the new batsman coming to the middle should be facing the new ball.
Well, actually, in the tip ball league, I did make mention of that is ongoing. The guys have already implemented this rule.
Springer turns the strike over, and Sarkar comes in and he strikes. That ends his over. A good over, 1 for 1 in that. And it is 70 for the loss of 5.
Yes, good over there by Sarkar. Really coming into this innings there, given an opportunity to have a bowl, and his very first over, he was able to get a wicket. So 11 more runs needed.
Good old Rocky Bull is going to come in from the media center end here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground, named after the West Indian legend back in 2016, after he led the West Indies teams to 2 T20 world titles. Daren Sammy. Say good afternoon to Daren Sammy, wherever he may be at this time. And Springer, he's bowled by Rakibul Hassan. The situation didn't warrant that shot. Where did that come from, Greg Wilson?
Well, it looked like Springer did this afternoon, and he wants the game to end in a hurry. So certainly looking for a big old heave over the mid-wicket area, completely missing this one, and was comprehensively bowled. So certainly the Bangladesh team should start believing they probably could pull out a victory.
Well, I have not been able to understand what has been happening today at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. What did we do different today, Greg? Did we do something different today?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well,
it is as baffling to you as it is to me.
Can't seem to understand. But Brian Charles, who sat out in both test matches and didn't have the opportunity to bowl today, of course, because of the superb showing by the fast bowlers. He now has a job on his hand here to do with the bat, to look to get 11 runs. That's as easy as you can put it. 11 runs to get for the West Indies team. And that's one of them. Could be two of them. If he gets through for 2, yes he does. So it's 72 for 6 now. Charles is off and running.
Well played there by Charles, just getting on top of this one, running it away from the man at sleep, down to the vacant third man region, and picking up 2 easy runs. Good sensible batting.
Bit fuller and straighter there from Rocky Bull. No run. And stifled appeal there from the Bangladeshis, but they withdraw the appeal, and it's a dot delivery. That's the end of the over. At the end of 19, it's 72 for 6.
Yes, the end of a very successful over there by Rakibul Hassan, an over in which we saw Shama Springer was comprehensively bowled after looking for a mighty old heave over the mid-wicket region. A short one would say that was not called for. With just 11 runs that was needed at the time, and more than 190 deliveries left in the day's play. So certainly West Indies are putting themselves under a bit of pressure. And again, proving that sometimes the small totals could be very tricky to overhaul. And Bangladesh certainly could take a lot from this game in terms of their bowling effort. They put up a fight.
So it's going to be a change in the bowling. Sarkar just given 1 over to break that partnership. That he did. And now Mritunjoy Chaudhary has been brought back into the attack, Greg.
This is a clear indication that Bangladesh still believes that they could perhaps win the game.
Yeah, they think that they can come and knock over these 4 wickets quickly here. So they have brought back their trump card, Mritunjoy Chaudhary. Brings a smile across the face of Michael, who's enjoying this game at the moment. Chaudhary round the wicket. And Graves looking to drive expansively. Feet went nowhere though.
It looked like those, before we get those last 9 runs, the cricket is going to be interesting.
Looks so very much there, Greg Wilson. And Chaudhary is now going to come over the wicket, looking to angle the ball across the right-handed Justin Graves, who would have picked up 4 wickets today. How fitting this would be if he can finish off this game for the West Indies.
Certainly that would put him, to me, favourites for the perhaps man of the match.
Yeah, I think he could very well be in contention. Shouldn't be in contention. He should be running away with the man of the match if he finishes the game off. It's good batting. It's 9 runs again to get. No real rush for Charles and Graves. Just gets on top of that one, runs it into the onside. So he trusts Brian Charles to get runs and to negotiate the pace bowling of Chaudhary. So hence he turns over the strike nicely. Graves, who would have had a first-class half-century earlier in the year against Trinidad and Tobago at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy for Barbados, and that would have been paired with 5 wickets in that match, 3 for 27 and 2 for 26 in the second and first innings respectively. Charles would have known about that. .73 for 6, and of course Graves would have played ODI cricket for the West Indies, and he would have made his debut this year against Ireland at Kingston, Jamaica at Sabina Park. Charles driving but finds that fielder who gets into a pose to release. That's Rakibul. And that brings the over to an end, Greg Wilson. Taking longer and longer to get to 81, the West Indies, as the Bangladesh team looking to fight back.
Yes, good over there. Completed by Mritunjoy Chaudhary. Just giving up 1 run in the over. And certainly the Bangladesh team still believe they perhaps can put this one off. Some 8 runs still required. And they are continuing to make a fight out of this one. No free runs on offer.
Rakibul continues, and Graves will pick up 1. Rakibul has bowled 4 overs, 1 for 12, now 1 for 13 with that single. Charles defending, is lunging forward and getting in behind it.
Certainly, he looks good in defense.
Yeah, Brian Charles is good with the bat in hand. Again, he just plays it into the onside. He's a very capable batsman, Brian Charles. He's been in around this A-team setup for quite a while after good performances for the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force with the ball. Brian Nigel Lennox Charles. And with the bat in hand, 32 first-class matches, 322 runs. An average of 8.47. Not the healthy average, Greg. But, I mean, he is showing that he's capable with the bat.
Yes, certainly. He's showing that he has some batting capability. And if he could just average, with his average, if he could just put up that score today, West Indies would have won. So certainly with just 7 runs needed, I think he's more than capable of contributing half of that score, and West Indies should be safely home.
The West Indies fan perspective, they would want that to happen. This would bring joy to the West Indies fans if the A team can knock over Bangladesh A today. Dealing in singles, doing it quite easily at the moment. Chaudhary from the Kaimaje end, looking to say otherwise. He doesn't want the West Indies A team to get these runs easily. Too short there to interest Brian Charles.
I think I write down with that. It's closer to my area.
Delivery just taking the outside edge there, and it's thrown back to the stumps. A loud appeal, and not out, says umpire Christopher Taylor. Well, have a look at that again, maybe.
I think it was in the crease.
Charles.
Yeah, he was
It looks as though he was in the crease
he was
here.
in the crease. But good awareness by the fielder to try to catch Charles off guard.
Yeah, they need wickets, so they're trying their best to get them. Charles driving. That was a good-looking shot. But again, picking out the fielder. Either side of that fielder, and that could have run away.
Just perhaps open the face of the bat a bit too much.
This time driving forward of the fielder, but to cover this time, and he finds the fielder again.
So at least one good thing about Brian Charles is that the ball is coming up the middle of the bat. Just that he is finding the fielders.
Full toss. Well, again, played to mid-on. But that ends the over, and at the end of it, 75 for 6, West Indies, they need another 6 runs.
Yes. It's very slow going for the West Indies the past few overs. But they would tell you slowly but surely. Just 6 runs needed. 169 more deliveries.
Well, this is how it went thus far. Chandapal, 23 of 39, the top run scorer at the moment. The Silver had 17, he was the first wicket to go, followed by Teddy Bishop. Devin Imlach, he had 5, Athanaze had 19, and Springer went for 3. So Graves and Charles looking to finish the job for the West Indies on 3 and 2 respectively. Rakibul is the man coming in, and Graves tapping it out into the offside to get 1.
And the last 4 overs, the first ball of the over, Graves seems to be getting a single quite easily.
Five to get, Charles on strike. Graves, before that delivery, Greg, you could have seen Graves pointing to that third man region, and he's been pointing that out to Charles to tell him, just there's a clear opportunity to get runs down third man. Just guide that ball. He was looking to do that, Charles, but he played it forward of the cover fielder.
Just 4 more runs to win. Could happen in just 1 scoring shot.
Long off is found by Graves, and he'll get 1. 3 to get 4 wickets for Bangladesh to get if they can overhaul the West Indies A team. Charles plays out the over, and at the end of it, it is 77 for 6.
Yes, good over indeed there by Rakibul. But the West Indian batters are continue to bat resolutely, knowing that the end is near. Just 3 more runs were required for the West Indies team. And certainly Graves has come out, and he has looked very cool and calm about the situation.
Yeah, definitely. Justin Graves, of course, that confidence that he would have had from the first innings, picking up the 4 wickets. He's drawn that straight into his batting. Wouldn't have expected the effort to reach to him, though. Would have thought that this would have been knocked off very early without getting to him. That's going to be a wide. That's going to help the cause of the West Indies. 79 now for 6. Just 2 runs away from victory as Mugdo comes back into the attack. So 24th over being bowled by Mukidul Mugdo. Short, good delivery. Spicy delivery there from Mugdo.
Certainly good testing delivery there. With a fielder down at the third man region there, top edge could carry all the way to him.
Have the field set for those types of deliveries. Either side of the pitch, there's a deep backward point fielder. There's a third man fielder on the boundary, there's a wide fine leg fielder as well and a deep backward square leg fielder. Finally, Greg, it looks as though we are going to get a result in this series. 2 drawn matches and a wide signal by the umpire. Scores a level with that wide.
Yes, this one pass agonizing close to the leg stump, but down the leg side is always signal a wide. So as you indicate, the scores are level. And just one more run and West Indies would have gotten a well-deserved victory.
1 run to win for the West Indies, and Greaves flicks it away down to fine leg, and that's game, set and match. West Indies A team completing a comprehensive victory here against Bangladesh A in this, the first of 3 one-day matches. And Justin Greaves certainly could be the man running away with man of the match, hitting the winning runs and also leading the way for the bowling effort with 4 wickets when they limited Bangladesh in the first innings. Greg Wilson, a top performance.
Top performance indeed by the West Indies, especially with the ball. They wouldn't be too pleased with the effort with the bats. I don't think they would have expected to have lost as many as 6 wickets in chasing down a score of 81. But certainly Justin Greaves would be the front runner, having taken the 4 wickets as you did announce, and the likes of Preston McSween certainly did come to the party. So all in all, a good performance by the bowling, the 5 bowlers used by the West Indies.
Yeah, certainly so. And there, Josh Silva leading his troops out to greet the Bangladesh players. West Indies winning by 4 wickets here today. And as Greg said, they would have been a bit unhappy with their batting effort. Bishop going for a dock, and De Silva going for 17, throwing away his hand at the start. But certainly a top performance with the ball. Justin Greaves with 4 wickets, Anderson Phillip with 2, Sherman Lewis had 2 as well, Preston McSween 1, and Shamar Springer 1. So Tejarine Chandapal, he led the way with the bat for the West Indies A team with 29. And that's how it ends here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground. West Indies again completing a comprehensive victory against Bangladesh A in this, the first of 3 one-day matches. And join us on Thursday for the second and Saturday for the third. Bangladesh, they would be looking to rebound on Thursday. And that's how we close here at the Daren Sammy Cricket Ground today on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. On behalf of the entire team here, Greg Wilson, my co-commentator, Michael Rupwa, Jason Passad, Matthew Rajaram, and myself, Visham Lalman, I say have a good Tuesday afternoon, and join us back on Thursday for more action.